With nearly 1 million produced, the most popular roadster of all time is the Mazda MX-5, and this is the all-new one. Most in the US know it as the Miata, a name unique to our country and officially dropped nearly 10 years ago. The MX-5 moniker never gained traction in America, probably because the Miata made a huge impact on driving enthusiasts and pop culture when it debuted in 1989. Full disclosure, for journalistic integrity, I bought an original year Miata back in the day, brand new, and I still own it today. It's been that great of a car. So you might ask, Tom, how can you possibly be objective? Well, for one thing, cars have changed an awful lot in 26 years. Fourth-generation Miatas, MX-5s, get 4 airbags, traction and stability control, anti-lock brakes, and a structure that's far more solid and safe than the first gen. The headlights are LED. At 2,332 pounds, this car is 150 pounds lighter than the outgoing model. That's important since the 2-liter 4-cylinder makes only 155 horsepower and 148 pound-feet of torque. Both the automatic and this legendary manual transmission have 6 forward speeds. Want the push of a Saturn V rocket? Well, shop elsewhere. That old chestnut driving a slower car hard is more fun than driving a powerful car easy applies here. Not that 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds is pokey. This is so much fun to chuck into corners. Very light, very balanced. It really talks to you. Surprising for electric power steering. Miata is like an extension of your body. You'll feel everything the car is doing, and that makes it easy to drive hard. The suspension of this club model with BBS wheel package is sports car firm, but not jarring. The Brembo brakes keep rambunctious drivers out of trouble. Regardless of price, the short throw shift action is among the best in the business. If you don't know how to drive a manual transmission, this is a very good reason to learn. Mazda has upped the fun and fuel economy. Improved by 25%, the city gas mileage is close to the outgoing car's highway efficiency. It does want premium gasoline, though. As you can see, wind management is pretty good. No, I do not wear a ton of hairspray. In the past, Miatas have all had rounded designs. This one is drawn more sharply. The only body panels not made of aluminum are the doors and windshield header. The body color is welcomed into the cockpit. I find the deep-set details here and here don't match up with the more subtle lines on the side and front. Call me a sucker for the first-gen car. As always, the cabin is a cozy place for 2 adults. The wheel does not adjust for reach. I'll wager those over 6 feet will have headroom issues. The seats save weight by using a stretchy fabric suspended by a frame, much like an Aeron office chair. Mazda's user interface is here, navigate by knob or touchscreen. It's fairly intuitive. The lid uses high-quality material. The top is not power operated, doesn't need to be. It is intimate in here. There are a few options for storage and beverages, and that's great since there's no glove box. Even the CD reader is in a clever spot. The good news, the trunk is bigger now. The bad news, it's still not very large. Practicality has never been a strong suit of the MX-5, though my wife and I drove cross-country in mine. Just pack light. Simply put, no other car offers this kind of poise and balance, especially at its price point. A base car can be had for $25,700. Some will call it MX-5, others Miata, but nearly everyone will find it a romping good time. I talked to the folks at Mazda about the name, and they seem to be resigned that Americans will keep calling it Miata. They even use the Miata name along with MX-5 in sales material, even though there is only this badge on the car. The only other country to get a unique name is Japan, where it's called Roadster. Alright, so many of you know that I shoot these videos, so I have to have somebody drive. This is my twin, Martin Campbell.
With a better tan.
Yes. Yes, we do look very eerily alike, especially when he's wearing my jacket, you know, because we're fooling everybody, right?
Most definitely.
It looks a little big on you.
Yeah, I know. I didn't figure you were bigger than me.
Nice hat, though.
Yeah, thanks.
There has always been a rumor that Miata will get a rotary engine, and Bigfoot will be driving it. Stop wishing. It will not happen. The outgoing car could be had with a power folding hardtop option. Who knows? That might happen in a year or two. Mazda is not commenting on that. There you go, folks. That's my take on the all-new 2016 Mazda MX-5 Miata. Now, a lot of you don't know that I would not be doing these car reviews if it were not for my Miata. See, back in the day when I bought it, I was a news photographer for the NBC station here in Seattle, and my wife really didn't want me to buy this car and made me promise that I would keep it until my unborn children were out of college. Cars back then were just my useless command of knowledge. So anyways, fast forward to 2002 when my then born children were going to the same school, and I walk in on my wife and daughter one evening and she's saying, "Oh, Dad takes us to school in the Miata. I sit on the seat, Shawnee sits on the floor, and we do drills. I say police and he ducks." And I got that look that your spouse gives you when you do something stupid. So I promised I'd buy a practical car, and I did, from a guy who was an auto writer who told me, "Hey, you know an awful lot about cars. You should do what I do. There are press cars available. You could do reviews for the station." And so it happened. That is how it all started, and it's been a great ride. Thanks for watching, everybody. That's Driven. I'm Tom Voelk.